It seems as if the plan worked.
Ezekiel has in his possession a serum that can grant him dangerous powers. And get this, the serum is called gear.
As in the same gear Apollo fought? I thought they were history.
Looks like our speculations were proven correct. It appears that gear has returned, albeit in a new form. That serum contains blood samples from every superhuman involved in the Battle of Toronto.
This is what the Paladins feared. If he consumes this...
We're screwed, I know. It also seems that Russo was funneling money to government officials in order to gain access to this drug. The sooner the better, the world needs to know.
The Chronicles of Spectro.
In the last episode, we talked about a video game. In this episode, we'll be reviewing a board game, but not just any board game, a DVD board game. So, a video game board game hybrid? Maybe? No, that can't be right. There's a distinguished difference. Anyways, High School Musical, the DVD board game. Yes, we're reviewing this on this channel. What else is there to say about the High School Musical franchise? It was a juggernaut of its time. It dominated the mid-2000s and ushered in a new era of Disney Channel content. Put it like this, ever since the release and success of the High School Musical series, almost every Disney Channel original movie had to at least emulate what High School Musical had in terms of its charm, in terms of its genre. Like seriously, you had Camp Rock, the Teen Beach movies, and the Descendants franchise. It was almost as if Disney was trying to capture that same magic that the High School Musical franchise once sparked. And sure, while many managed to succeed the High School Musical franchise, all of those original movies owe it to High School Musical. I honestly can't believe I'm glazing this series. What the hell is this show even about now? And of course, with the success of High School Musical came the abundant amount of tie-in media. From toys, video games, posters, drinking cups. Oh my god, I own this? And of course, board games. And the board game that I own, surprisingly, comes with an interactive disc that you have to play alongside your board game. Ah, what a time to be alive. The early 2000s gave us a plethora of DVD-based board games. Who all remembers the Scene It games? Before we even talk about the board game itself, I want to talk about the box that comes with the board game. Because let me tell you, it's one of the laziest board game boxes I have ever seen. They just took the cover from the High School Musical movie and plastered it onto this box. You have no clue what this game is about, other than the fact that it's related to High School Musical, and the only indication that it is a DVD board game is just by the text and text only. And you're probably asking me, well, why don't you just flip over the box and take a look at what kind of contents are included in this game? Well, you're shit out of luck because they don't show any of that whatsoever. You don't see the board or the game pieces, just screenshots from the movie. If I'm interested in buying a board game, I should at least know what I'm getting into by taking a look at the back of the box in order to understand what type of contents are included. Thanks to the internet, at least you can look up what kind of contents are included in the game, but wouldn't it have been more convenient if, I don't know, if the designers decided to at least take a picture of what the game looked like and put it on the back of the box? Upon opening up the box and looking at the board itself, there's nothing really to write home about. It's a twofold spread of various images of characters and settings from the movie. It is what it is. It's a board for your board game. Moving on. During gameplay, you take control of a pawn that is represented by a character from the movie. The objective of the game is simple. Be the first to complete the game by finally making it to the final callback auditions. Also, I'm not kidding when I say this. The footage that you're seeing on screen is probably the only footage you're getting from this game, because I checked all over the internet, including YouTube, including Internet Archives. There is literally no existing footage of this DVD on the internet whatsoever. So yeah, call it a blessing or a curse, but I guess I'm the first one to do so. Alright, with that being said, let's get our head in the game. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Sorry, Zeke, but this project was a huge flop. I don't think this is gonna work anymore. But hey, I can recommend checking out the music you've been working on.
10 flops in 1 year? I thought you knew what you were doing. This label's gonna tank if you continue to meet sales expectations. I really thought you had it in you, but this isn't gonna cut it. You're fired.
The house is totaled, bud. No way we could renovate it, let alone cover it with your insurance due to the heavy damage all across the Toronto area. There's nothing we can do to fix it.
Looking through the DVD menu, I am very fortunate that there is at least a tutorial of how to play the game, which is narrated by Miss Darbus herself. So yeah, I don't even need to explain how to play the game to you guys. I'll just let Miss Darbus do all the work. So take it away.
Welcome all aspiring artistes to the High School Musical DVD board game. To start a game, select the on-screen New Game button. You will be directed to select a character to play, and then one of the players will be asked to place the auditions marker on the board. The closer you place the marker to the start space, the easier the game becomes for everyone. And the closer you place the auditions marker to the final callbacks, the harder the game will be. The marker can be placed at any space on the top edge of the game board. Now, place your character movers on start and on with the show. You will be called upon when it is your turn. Follow the on-screen instructions. If during the course of moving on the board, you are directed to move to a space that already holds 2 movers or 1 mover and the auditions marker, you must move to the next available space in your category. After all, 3 is a crowd. Keep answering questions until you are told it is another player's turn, or you reach the final callback space on the board. Then, and only then, press the on-screen final callbacks button. Only players who have reached or moved beyond the auditions marker may participate in the final callbacks. The player who actually reached the final callback space selects the category to be played. Each player takes a turn answering 1 question at a time. If they get it right, they stay in the competition. If they get it wrong, they get cut. And so it goes until only 1 player is left and they win the game. Have fun playing, and as we say in the theater, good show.
As you progress throughout the game, you move up to different ranks. They are mostly ranked by the level of difficulty of questions. This is how you're able to traverse throughout the game. Each of the spaces you land on contains symbols that align with the questions being shown on screen. If passed, you progress through the game. If you fail, it's up to the next player. The 4 different games include Q&A, which asks you trivia questions about the movie, Dance, which requires you to determine what dance move comes next, Actual or So Not, which is a game that has you observe whether or not the photo was tempered with, and Song, which has you figure out which lyric comes next. By answering the different questions, you can proceed by clicking yes or no. And after all 4 challenges are completed by the current player, the next player goes next. Now, depending on where you are within the game, whether you make it to the final callbacks pawn or the final finishing mark, it is up to you and the rest of the players to go head to head to see who makes it to the final callbacks. And it is very anticlimactic. It's just you and the other player going head to head playing the same games without any level of difficulty whatsoever. One thing I will say, at least you're competing against another opponent rather than just playing the games on your own. But why couldn't they just combine all 4 games to make this feel eventful? There is no reason to have to go through this journey just to play the same games over and over again. And after completing the final callbacks, you win the game. And that was the High School Musical DVD board game. I'm not mad at it, but I didn't enjoy it either. It is the definition of bland, dull entertainment. There's really nothing to offer in this game. All you do is move around the board and answer trivia questions. Like, what is it, a board game or the SATs? This game was only made for people who were die-hard fans of High School Musical, and by people, I mean children. But even then, do you think children have the brain capacity to remember specific parts of High School Musical? Because half the questions are literally just random tidbits about moments from the movie that aren't even major moments that stood out to people who've seen them. I should know this because I've seen the movie, and let me tell you, half the questions given to me from this game were some of the most idiotic questions ever chosen. What shirt was Gabriella wearing? Or what was the color of Troy Bolton's bedroom wall? Like, it's just so unnecessary. Like, how are people supposed to know this? But despite the game being absolutely terrible, barely anyone on the internet has reviewed this game. Which makes me wonder, how could a game be so bad that it wasn't worth anybody's attention, let alone time, aside from me who just made this review? Now that is a new level of low. Oh, but get this, this wasn't the only High School Musical related game produced by Mattel. There are other games that they produced, such as the High School Musical 8-Ball. Or how about High School Musical Uno? Because the one thing missing from your game of Uno was a Disney Channel original movie. Wow, they really milked the shit out of this one movie, huh? Now, I gotta take a look at the credits because who in their bright mind thought this was a great idea to...
But you're gonna get me my fucking money. 20 grand.
20 grand?!
Oh, you think you can step up to me? You big fucking mass freak. Get down here.
Oh my god. Well, that makes sense. Huh? Russo!